Okay, so as much as we hate to admit it, we all have that one cousin, our favorite cousin, that whenever there's a family gathering of some kind, like a Thanksgiving or a Christmas type of stuff, you always go to them first. They're your best, they're your favorite cousin. And for me, it's my cousin Joe. I tell everything to Joe. I tell him everything. And whenever I'm around him, time seems to just go by fast and there's never a dull moment with us because it's just that much fun to interact with him, to be around him. And I think the best thing or my favorite thing I like about Joe is that he's always so happy. And it's contagious too because if I'm sad, he'll make me happy. And so, he's always making jokes, has this silly grin on his face all the time, like he just heard a funny joke and he's trying to, hold back the laughter. And so, it's just, he's very nice to be around. And ever since, or before April, that was the case, but ever since April, he hasn't been the same. His mom died of COVID-19 in April, and every time I've seen him since then, he's always had this solemn look on his face. He's been sad and serious, and just different. And who can blame him? That was his mom that died, right? And he's still mourning for her, right? Who knows how long it's gonna you know affect him that much. And it's sad or it hurts to see how much death can really impact somebody and their family. And so my presentation today, or my speech, is about how best you can protect yourself from COVID-19. And quite frankly, the best way you can protect yourself is to get the COVID-19 vaccine, right? And before we start, you might be wondering, is it really that important? Is COVID really that dangerous? Yes, it is. According to Worldometer, a website that records worldwide phenomenons, as of right now, today, December 8th, 2021, COVID-19 worldwide has had over 200 million cases and over 5 million deaths. That's a lot of people. In America, there has been almost 50 million cases and over 800,000 deaths. Wow. And so, if coronavirus was a war that America was fighting, it would be America's bloodiest war. And so, the best way to protect yourself and to, stay safe is to get the COVID-19 vaccine. And so, in this speech, we'll be looking at what is COVID-19 and how it affects you. We'll also be looking at, the COVID-19 vaccine and how efficient and how good it is at protecting you, and if it really, does work. And the last thing we'll be looking at is how the vaccine can also potentially protect the whole world from the vaccine or from the virus by eradicating the virus permanently. And so, like I said before, COVID-19 is a very, dangerous disease. 5 million people have already died from it, right? However, did you know that even if you catch COVID and you don't die from it, you can still get long-lasting side effects from having it in the first place? And those side effects are no joke. According to an article published on October 22nd, 2021, some of the long-term effects that this Mayo Clinic article says is that there's blood clots, there's difficulty or loss or difficulty breathing, memory loss, loss of taste and smell, and memory loss, and just other nasty side effects, right? And so the virus is already deadly enough, right? And so if you add in all the nasty side effects that you can catch from having the virus, just the idea of catching it, it's no joke. So you should want to get the vaccine to protect yourself, right? And so now that we know just how deadly COVID-19 can be, and that even if it doesn't kill you, you can still get harm from it, from the long-term side effects that can be with you the rest of your life. Let's look at how efficient the vaccine is at protecting you from it. And so the COVID-19 vaccine is very efficient at protecting you from the virus, right? In a White House briefing in June, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, who has a master's degree from Harvard, is the director of the CDC and is probably the most qualified person to speak about viruses, said that 99.5% of the people who died from COVID-19 in the last 6 months were not vaccinated. Let me repeat that. 99.5% of the people who died from COVID-19 in the last 6 months, they were not vaccinated, right? And so, if you have the COVID-19 vaccine, there is literally less than a 1% chance that you will die from it. Wow. So, if you really don't want COVID or the side effects, the COVID 19 is the best thing you can possibly do. And so, that's just how good the COVID 19 vaccine is at protecting you. And so, now that we know how good it is at protecting you, let's talk about the last thing. Let's talk about how good it is, or how it has the potential to protect the whole world from the virus by eradicating it. And so, eradicating viruses has been done before. It's not something new. In her article called 14 Diseases Nearly Eliminated by Vaccines, Jennifer L.W. Fink lists 14 different diseases that have been eradicated due to worldwide vaccinations. One such disease is smallpox. Smallpox, once gotten, used to kill 3 out of every 10 people who, 3 out of every 10 people who got the vaccine. In the late 1950s, the World Health Organization launched a mission to rid the world of smallpox, right? And so there hasn't been a naturally occurring case of smallpox since 1980. So it works. If everyone gets the vaccine, if everyone gets vaccinated, there's a chance that COVID-19 will go away and no more people will have to die from it. No more Joe's mom will have to happen to anybody else, right? And so COVID-19 is a very serious issue in conclusion, and it needs to be solved before more people die. And the vaccine is the best and most efficient way we have to solve it. And it has the potential to solve it permanently with a method I just listed before. And so if the coronavirus is not stopped, more and more COVID cases will appear and more people will die. And so do your part. Do your part to stop this virus from spreading more than it has to. This is your chance to get the COVID-19 vaccine before it's too late. I know from first-hand experience how much death can impact somebody and their family. It's why I got the vaccine. It's why I'm telling you right now to get the vaccine. I don't want what happened to my cousin Joe to happen to anybody else. So please, listen to me. Get the COVID-19 vaccine.